So I'm back. This is your girl, Avis Cherie. I'm following up from the first vlog I did for tonight, late night creeping session that we're doing together on these Instagram and YouTube streets. I wanted to come to you about the state of the world with our children. And I'm saying children, mostly the millennials, babies, Gen Z. It's what I'm seeing. Back in February of this year, I have a lot of dreams and visions. I don't talk about them openly unless God leads me to. I had a vision. I woke up out of my sleep. Wasn't a dream. And it says the devil is coming after our children. You know, when you hear things like that, you start to overanalyze. And at the time, it was a lot of things surrounding overdose, children being arrested, children murdering, picking up babies, picking up guns, murdering their cousins. I've heard so many things around the world. I kept hearing it about the kids on the news. And I'm like, how that baby 4 years old shoot his cousin that was 8 years old? And how that 2-year-old do this and that and third? And how they shoot each other? And it's been these are real facts. These are stories that were so bizarre. I didn't remember the vision that I got that the devil was coming after our kids as I was, and I didn't correlate it to the news stories because I was so absorbed in my own personal things as far as my children, what was going on in their lives and what was going on in my life, good and bad. I was just busy, you know, and that's why I'm on my sabbatical now. I got to take a rest and a mental reset. So from February, I've been starting to see all these graphic things happening openly. And today I was talking to my grandson's mother, and I just said, our babies are not crash dummies. So what I'm saying is this. I told my oldest son about parenting, the millennials that are parenting. I feel for them. This world is designed for crash dummies. This world is designed for these kids to crash and fall, to have no regard for oneself or others, to have no regard of truth, to have no regard of fear, to have no regard of rules and authority. Do not beat yourself up because you have dropped the ball. What has happened is you were exposed to the start of it and got yourself all tuned in to social media and the rapid speed of the internet and all that you could access, and impregnating the same enthusiasm and drawing in the same attention to the child, because now they're like, what is this thing my mama is always on? Why is it always important for her to be on this social thing? What's the social street? What's the YouTube street? What's Instagram? What's a TikTok? They were watching the millennial parents learn these new waves. It was designed for us to have crash dummy babies. It was designed for us to be less parenting and more social disservice to our children. It was designed for us to be more social parents than parenting. We have not only got to take the child's phone away, but we got to put ours down as well. Your child is not an app. We do not communicate via app. We can go open the door, knock once and go in, just like the police will do when they come kick in your door because your kid posting stuff that's illegal at a child's age that's in junior high. Look, why do you ask your kid if you can come in? You are the police of your house. Go in and confiscate and revoke their rights while they're in your home. They are children. They are rising up against us like they crazy. And I'm glad my youngest is 29 because I would probably have a list of charges on my criminal history, because I swear to God, I would have taken some heads off with these kids and the language they think is appropriate to use and cool to use and so disrespectful to use to their parents, as if you this small. And I thought we used to always use the terminology, we about that life. Oh, these kids. I'd heard some respectful kids be disrespectful. They treat you like you short, small, dumb, and everything else. Like you ain't got, like, what I wish you would. So I'm thankful that although I had 4 at a young age, I'm thankful at the day and age I had them. One was born in 89 and my last was born in 93. I am thankful for those years of hip hop, growing up with them, having all the Tupacs and the Biggies, and to let them know they had a gangster mom with spiritual beliefs and values embedded in me. But I will go gangster on you real quick, because don't play with me. But they don't even care nowadays. So not only am I spiritually leading and coaching the millennials more and more and more, which is another reason why I backed off to allow God to restructure my thought process. I thought I was coaching wounds to wins only, but right now the wounds and the wins is in a different genre, and they trying to win just as parents. My youngest is 29, my oldest is 33. They're at a loss because I was telling my oldest son, I'm like, yo, I feel sorry for y'all, because to the Gen Z, my 33-year-old son is an old head. And I said, son, if you're an old head, that means 33 is the new 60, 55. That means me, I'm like 89, 90 to them. I'm antiquated. They ain't trying to hear nothing Nanu got to say, okay? I don't even know. They don't even know where I fell out the sky from. Because all they know is the palm of their hand and instant access. Instant access. They don't know the backdrop behind it. They don't know what was the intent of it. They don't know the educational part of it. They don't know why it's so fast to access information, because they've never had to thumb through a dictionary or encyclopedia. They don't know what dial-up is. They don't know none of that. So when they have so much access, you can tell them in the same breath, and they're like, okay, and they still clicking on it, and you wouldn't know, because now these electronics have taught them how to disguise and mask themselves. We got kids 13 and under that know how to have multiple profiles. Okay, when I took their phone, they didn't even have a phone. When I took their privileges, it was one privilege taken, and that was it, shut down. Okay, game system down, TV off. Can't go outside until after 1 when you do your chores on Saturday and you eat your breakfast and lunch. Anybody knock on my door before 12, their parents don't like them, because you should be in the house communing with your children and getting them in check and teaching them a few things, because we've all been busy through the week. Sunday, day of rest, learn the word, be in peace. You understand what I'm saying? I told them is this: if you seek therapy for your child nowadays, the first thing you need to do once they get a scope of what's going on, this is all proactiveness. They're trying to put a cap on the issues, okay? What I told them is, when a therapist asks you what you want to get out of counseling, you ask them as the parent, as a 29-year-old parent, as a 33-year-old parent. These are young adults. I say you ask them for parenting techniques. And it's crazy that at 30, you think you got it, but the techniques that you're using at 30 on your 13 or 10-year-old or 9-year-old, it ain't working. And y'all behind the scenes going crazy because you don't want to say nothing to nobody because it looks uncool. You can't figure it out. Nowadays, that's not the kid that you thought. At age 5, they're more like 10 and 15. At 15, they talking to you like you crazy, like they're 25 and on your level, or 30. I ain't gonna even talk about it. So all I'm saying in my advice to you is, parents, young adults, millennials, I am earnestly praying for you, your strength, your guidance, your instruction, and your new wisdom to be even better parents. Don't be hard on yourself, because what you are witnessing right now is designed for crash dummies. They are not designed for those beautiful baby angels God blessed you with. So our babies are not crash dummies, but this social system has set them up to be just that. And when you discipline your child, know what you're disciplining. It's a spirit attached to that social system that wants them to conduct themselves as crash dummies. It's a spirit connected to what's getting their attention. When you have babies looking at pornography and addicted by the age of 15, when you have babies that shut down and do not know how to communicate because they've only had this phone. The phone can't talk back. These social imageries can't talk back to them verbally, but they tune into it visually. And what they're tuning into visually is going into their spirit. What they're listening to with the music is going into their spirit. So you have to come in and be audible. You have to come in as their parent, not their friend, and speak a word over their life. You have to come in and let them know who is God. You have to come in and rule with power and authority and declare, not in my house. You have to come in and say, train up a child in the way that they should go and they will not depart from thee. You have to get back and not care that they're going to say, oh, you old school. Because guess what? At 33, 35, they saying y'all old. I heard a little dude call somebody OG and they was 30 years old. So you might as well do what your big mamas did for y'all and get in that word. Teach them what's tried and true. Teach them what you was scared to do. Because you knew the word was the authority. You knew the word would shake the tree and halt you from doing foolish things. Now, we all did something still, but not to the magnitude maybe that we would have. These kids are killing each other in rapid speed because they think it's literally a game, because they've replaced logical reasoning and logical thinking with imagery. So I gotta stop, because I don't come to talk too much. I come with a word. And I know that my word penetrates the walls of people's mindsets and their hearts. And if you stay long enough, you can get it and drink it and feast off of it and apply it, because I'm pouring into you what's poured into me. But I for sure seen a vision in February 2022 that the devil is coming after our kids. When the devil comes after any of us, what does he come to do? Kill, steal, and destroy. Look at what's happening and why. And whatever is the why and what's happening in your household, in your life with your babies, pull it up by the root. Declare and decree in your household that this ain't going down. This ain't that, and it ain't going down like that. Pull it up by the root and throw it out, never to return. Every item attached to that root that is disturbing the peace of your child and your household and your parenting. You have to get rid of it. When I say kill it, I mean kill it in the spirit. You have to get rid of it. These $1,300 phones that 5 and 6 and 7 and 8-year-olds are having. Why? Because your baby should be in your backseat. You shouldn't have to call for your baby. Why? Because whoever house you drop them off over, you should know them very well without leaving them supervised. And even when you know them well, you better check them well. Why do your baby have a phone? They ain't calling in to work. But why do I got to call this little girl or little boy? Let me call your mama phone and tell you, put you on the phone like it used to be. Why? Why they got an iPad and y'all steady talking about how y'all got to take it when they keep looking at bumping and humping and sucking and drunken and dropping it like it's hot, and then they see their mama profile and their daily profile and they got hoes, money, drugs, and their mama got every kind of surgery, and their mama traveling with their titties out, and the kid ain't got no food. Why do you want your kids to see that? Okay, that's exactly why I don't get on at night, because I have tantrums. But I had to come on here because I had to say so. So I hope you got a chance to see this whole video in its entirety. Run it back, and run it back again. It ain't for popularity. I could care less about that. I've been popular in the Lord's eye for all my life. And I never wanted the spotlight. But it is because I earnestly have a huge heart and love for people. And I'm a servant leader at heart. If I can't get up to serve, there's no purpose to me in my life. And it ain't no serving that I go out to seek. God places it in my heart and people in my path. And I'm obedient to that. So all I'm saying is, our babies ain't no crash dummies. And some of you parents is the one that need the helmet. Gotta go. All right, Avis, I gotta go because I'm out of pocket. Good night, y'all. That's what happens when I get rest. Ooh. So I'll talk to y'all later. God's love, God's peace, God's best. I am praying for you. But if you want in-depth prayer, if you have something on your heart, if it's something and you're at a crossroad and you're incapable of understanding which way to go, we all get there daily. I know these hands get frustrated, this mind gets racing all the time, and sometimes we need someone to come and put the gentle nudge of the shoulder of the Holy Spirit on us, just to get us to focus on the comfort of the Lord. DM me. I will do my best to touch the places that you think you can't touch, and to lead and teach you on how to tap in more frequently, because you have the same power within. All right, until next time, this is your girl, Miss Motivational Mogul Mindset, Avis Sheree, the Inspire. Until next time, God's love and God's peace to you all.